Hi everybody, welcome to Zodiac Sunday with June, your host. Anyway, today is also at the Wagner's Sunday Fun Day. Buffalo Bills are playing. I'm wearing 91, which is Ed Oliver. And so let's hope the Bills win, which I think they will. Go Bills. So I've pre-shuffled all the cards as suggested so that you guys wouldn't have to listen to me shuffle. Now you have to listen to me talk. So either way, catch 22. So if you like my channel, please hit like and subscribe and share with your friends. I do a Zodiac Sunday every Sunday. I've tried anyway, we'll say, to do a Zodiac Sunday every Sunday. Sometimes, you never know what happens in my life. But I am going to do a Monday, a little history on tarot. So hopefully you guys can tune into that. It's going to be kind of interesting, I think. I always thought it was. Anyway, I will start to pick the names out of the teacups. And all of the cards are pre-shuffled. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but they're there. They're all pre-shuffled. All 12 different decks. So, oh, but it messed that up too much because I want to tilt it down. Anyway, I'm going to mix up the little teacups, and somebody jumped out, so we'll just see who that one is. And our first one is for Virgos, and this will be for the week of November 10th through the 16th. So November 10th through the 16th will be for our Virgo friends out there. Let's see, and this is 2025, so it'll be the week of November 10th through to the 16th. And then the 16th, we'll do another one. Oh, I already shuffled this. I'm so used to shuffling, I did it again. Okay, we're going to spread it out. It's already been shuffled. Let's see. Ooh, it's breathing down here. I like that. Is this one? Okay, King of Pentacles. It looks like they're going to be dealing with some charming individuals, or they're going to be charming themselves. You guys are very good listeners, so I want you to pay attention and watch what they do and not what they say, so that you're not just charmed into doing something that you don't want to do, or something that you regret later. So that was our Virgos. I'm not going to shuffle again. I shuffled these already. I'm going to put this over here. And this one will be for our next little person, which is our Gemini friends out there in the world. Let's see what's going on with our Gemini friends. Already shuffled, pre-shuffled, so we'll just spread them out. It's right here. And they have the Hierophant. They need to get right with their religion or their spirituality. They need to try to get themselves on a higher vibration. And sometimes I know it can be hard because, you're, doing things that maybe you really don't mean to. But no, you need to try to get yourself on a higher vibration spiritually. And so that's for our Gemini friends. And this is turquoise and azurite mix. And this is scophylite. And I always wear them in my Bills game and my Bills ring, which I've got to fix. Because the Bills rub off on him. But there's a little indent. I think I can fix it. I don't know. This is for our next little one that we pull out. I'm not used to doing this, so I want to shuffle them every time. But this is for Scorpios out there for the week of November 10th through the... get this one's bow back up. For the week of November 10th through the 16th of 2025. And we are I'm going to try to do it this way, so maybe you guys can see the whole table. They have the Knight of Wands. It is reversed. So whatever you do, don't put your head in the sand. You need to take some action and not bury your head in the sand and try to be naive about some things. And ostriches are very fast, or ostriches are very fast. So you might want to take swift action, not be beating around the bush about stuff. Some people don't pick up what you're laying down. And I am going to pull our next little hat out. And that was the animal tarot. I should be telling people what tarot that is. This is Aries. Again, for the week of November 10th to the 16th. You guys get the Grand Lux tarot. And I just want to shuffle around here. I think that's it. Ooh, I forgot to cover her tatas. You guys are very scattered. Got a lot of irons in the fire. Try to find your balance. Try not to wear yourself out too thin. This is a major arcana. Some people think the star means, you're the star of the show. And in some instances, you may be. But you got a lot of irons in the fire. Try not to spread yourself too thinly. You got to find your balance between water and land. So that is for our Scorpio friends out there. And these don't want to go back together. And our next one is our Aquarius friends. And they get the Arcanum deck. Very good deck to spread, but it's not this one looks shadowed. We'll take it. Huh. And they got the Hangman reverse, so they're pretty aware of what's going on. They're they know their surroundings well, and they know how to play the room, that's for sure. So they're not going to lose their money. You're not going to lose any money. You're going to know how to play a room. You're going to know what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and to whom to say it to. You're very aware of your surroundings, you Aquariuses, this coming week. You'll be charming the pants off somebody. And for our next one, they get the Mystic Fairy deck. And they are Libras, our Libra friends out there. Let's see what's going on with our Libra friends. I'm going to try to get it. I like this one. They're going to need some strength. They're going to be busy. They're going to need all the strength they can muster to make peace with whoever they need to make peace with. Sometimes we do things we regret, and we have to backpedal a little bit, or, just make some peace, even if it's with ourselves, So that's for our Libra friends out there. You're just going to need some strength to do the things that you got to do, and some of those things may be difficult for you. And our next one is our Capricorns. Capricorns. Fitting for one of my Capricorns, I get the Witch's deck. So, I'm going to pull it from the top. Ooh, looks like they're going to be fair and honest, as Capricorns usually are. Spread their time around as easily as they can. They're going to be very, fair and, ruling with a fair hand. If they're a boss, they're going to be fair to their employees. If they are an employee, they're going to be fair to their boss. If you are not working, you will probably be just fair to whoever you need to be fair to. Whoever treats you right, you treat them right. And that's the way Capricorns roll anyway. So they're going to be right on track this time. And our next one gets my favorite deck, which is the Old Path, which is the one that got me started years ago, or on the path. It didn't really get me started. Oh, Maureen Brown. This one is definitely for you. I don't know how your name got in there, but Maureen Brown, this is for you. And I'll put your name right in the bowl it's supposed to go in. And our Leo friends. So this is for Maureen Brown and our Leo friends. So Maureen Brown, you may be getting 2. Maybe I should shuffle it twice. I don't know. Maureen Brown, 8 of Cups. You need to walk away from something, Marie. Sometimes people just aren't worth your time. Things aren't worth your energy or your compassion. I hate to say that because I think all people are worth compassion. However, sometimes, you can leave a little trail, but they're not going to pick up what you're laying down. So I would not even bother with that. So that was from Maureen Brown. So we are going to shuffle this one again because her name got put in the teacup instead of in the bowl. I can't even remember who we're shuffling for. That threw me for a loop. Or did I even pick? Yeah, I picked. I can't remember. It wasn't Aquarius. Leos. It was for Leos. Leo the Lions. That's who it was for. Okay. This is for our Leo friends. Sorry, guys, about the shuffling. I pre-shuffled, so I guess that was just meant for Maureen Brown in that instance. Leos, realize when that you've won and take your victory graciously. Say thank you. Good game, whatever. Be humble and hungry as you always are. And take your victories when you find them and when you get them, barely. So that was for our Leos. And this is the Striped Rider Line Strider, or Lines Rider, whatever the two. It always reminds me of the ink blot test that you have to take, and I don't know why in the world I'm shuffling again, but I'm trying. And this is for our Pisces friends out there. Pisces. For the week of November 10th through the 16th. Well, that one popped up right away. 5 of Wands. Pick your battles wisely. It looks like you might be fighting with some family through the week. Getting closer to the holidays and who's bringing what for Thanksgiving dinner, I guess. But remember, this is Thanksgiving. And the battles that you fight, make sure they're worth fighting over. Try not to sweat the small stuff. But you will be kind of in whose house is going to whose for dinner first or whatever. So you're going to be having some heated discussions. Our next one is Crystal Vision. And I got 2. So I just put one back in there. And this is for our Cancer friends out there. Crystal Vision. I love this deck. Fits our Cancer people beautifully. I think I'm going here. You guys need to get some good quality rest. I know that, things can be hectic and, life goes on and we have to try to keep up. But sometimes if you don't get that good quality rest, you can't keep up. So try your hardest to keep up. And get some rest. Try to rest. Give some things a rest. Try not to think about them. Think of yourself as, like I always, when I'm trying to go to sleep and I can't, sometimes I pretend like I'm asleep and then I fall asleep. Or most of the time I'll read a book, like this book I'm reading now. It's The Room Where It Happened by John Bolton. And I'm telling you, that book, as interesting as it is, it puts me to sleep. Mystic Dreamer is the next deck for our Sag friends. Fits us just nicely. I have a story about this deck. Not this one. Somebody stole the deck I was talking about, but I have to tell you about that story one day. It's interesting. It's about me teaching a class, and this deck just jumped off the shelf at me. We got the Seven of Cups. Sagittarius, we usually do live in a fantasy world. We are very philosophical, and I guess we'll be dreaming our little fantasies throughout the month or week of the 10th through the 16th. We'll be fantasizing about things to come and things we can do and hopefully help we can give. So that's what the Sagittarius is what we're doing, which is good. Good card for a change. Seems like everybody has a good card, really. Last but not least is our Taurus. Our Taurus friends out there. These don't spread as easily, so we're just going to do this number and see what comes up. I think I got it. You got the World. If you're thinking about going back to school, you Taurus, go back to school. If you're thinking about maybe getting some higher education or some higher knowledge or some different knowledge about different cultures, now would be the time. This week would be the time to really get into it and think about it while you got some time to think about it. So that, my friends, is the end of Zodiac Sunday. Fun day with a bonus from Maureen Brown. Which, how her name got in there, I have no idea. It must have been one time when I was putting names in, I just dropped them in I dropped a few in the teacup, and I was like, what am I doing? I do that sometimes. So that was our Zodiac Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel and tell your friends and share them. And remember, go Bills and stay mystical.